guys, today I'll be showing you how I fill in my eyebrows. This video was requested by so many of you and I really hope you enjoy it. So first things first, you want to start off with a clean brow. I don't have any product in my brows anymore at the moment. I've completely wiped it all off. And you just want to take a spoolie brush and brush through the hairs and make sure they're all going in the same direction. I like to brush mine up, and if any of the hairs are not leveled, I like to trim them. So just a few hairs there, right there, that aren't really leveled, so I will just trim those. Now with brows, I like to follow the natural shape of mine, especially when grooming them. So I've already groomed my brows. I did them the other day. The way I like, everybody has their own different ways of doing theirs. I like to thread the top of mine just along here and then just a little bit in here. And then I like to tweeze the bottom part. If you would like me to show you how I do that, leave a comment and I will definitely get to doing that. Now my brows are a bit long, but that's okay because that's just the way that they naturally grow. So you want to make sure your brow starts at the corner of your eye, so from about here. So your arch is supposed to be level with your iris. My one is a bit further away, if that makes sense. But that is just how it grows. If I were to tweeze it where my iris is, I would have like this massive round arch, and that's not really the type of shape that I like to go for with my brows. As also, my brows sort of grow in a rounder shape. So there's usually like hair growing here and I just flatten it, if that makes sense. So yeah, and then your brows are meant to end at the corner of your eye, but like I said, mine are a bit longer. So I've tried trimming them down shorter as to how realistically they're meant to be, but it just does not suit me. I think with everybody's brows, you will, while doing your brows actually, I think everybody will kind of find what suits them more. Everybody's brows are different. You don't have to do what I do, or I don't have to do what you do. It's each to their own. Whatever you prefer, they're your brows. So the way I like to start filling them in is I like to grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pro palette, and I grab the shade dark brown, and I like to start filling with the lighter shade of dark brown. I like to start at the beginning of my brow and just lightly fill that in. This already will start to look really neat as my brows are fresh at the moment. Typically they wouldn't look this neat. I like to take the ebony shade, the darkest shade, because you know how there's like the lighter shade and the darker shade. I like to grab the darkest shade of ebony and just lightly fill in my ends. Now I like my brows to be very dark. You don't have to do yours so dark. I mean, like I said, each to their own. This is just the way I like to wear my brows. I know I always get told that they're too thick and too dark, but this is just how I like them, and this is how I will keep them. Sorry to anyone who doesn't like them. As I've got naturally thick brows, I don't have to do too much, thankfully. So this video will probably be very short, but that's okay. Now this is what I like to use to fill in my brows, also to give them that more sharper, defined look. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pen. I've never actually heard anybody review or talk about this product, and I don't understand why. It is such an amazing product. Like, it's sort of like one of those liquid liners with the felt tip. As you can see, it's got the felt tip going on here. It applies so smoothly. It is just phenomenal. It's one of the only products I will use on my brows. So I pretty much just use this or the brow powder on my brows, or I'll use them by themselves. I love dark, dramatic brows. That's just what I like, you know. I think everyone's different. A lot of people like the natural looking brows, whereas I think that's cool. I like natural brows too, but I think I'm more for the darker, more defined, sharper brows. I pretty much just like to get this and just go over those lines like so. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but it's already made my brows look a lot sharper. I know you're probably thinking why I don't trim that hair, but I've tried it and it just looks horrible. But yeah, just go over the brow like so. Yeah, that is pretty much it. So I don't typically like to sculpt my brows, but when I do, I like to use the concealer that comes in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pro palette. Now I don't know if you can get this anymore because I know she's come out with a new palette, but I'm pretty sure you can get this as she's come out. I think you can get the concealer separately is what I'm trying to say, as she's come out with some new concealers. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they would work the same. Just take that concealer. How am I going to film this? Okay. And just define that brow. And I'll do that a little bit on the bottom. So one thing that a lot of people don't know is that the brow gel that you use matters. A lot of people complain from finding sparse areas in their brows and just they have very little hair. Little do a lot of people know that the brow gel that you use could be causing that. So I know from personal experience that the MAC brow gel was actually the cause of a lot of my sparseness. I've stopped using that for a few months now, and I've already noticed that a lot of my sparse area, like I used to have a lot of sparseness here and here, a lot of that has filled in ever since I've stopped using it. Now, I don't know if me using rosehip oil has anything to do with that. I do believe that that has helped me a lot, but I also believe that the MAC brow gel actually was one of those things that was just not helping my brows at all. So not only have I experienced this with the MAC brow gel, but a lot of my clients and friends, fellow makeup artists, have also experienced the same thing. So that's probably one of the reasons why I've stopped using it and I don't use it on my clients anymore. I've since been trying out the Gorgeous Cosmetics brow gel. So far it's working well. It hasn't made my eyebrow hairs fall out or anything. So yeah, I mean, I'm still trying it out, still on the hunt for the perfect brow gel. So if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. You know, I'd love to give other things a try. But yeah, so you just want to set those hairs in place with whatever brow gel you may be using. Like I just said, I'm using the Gorgeous Cosmetics. That is how I fill in my brows. And as you can see, my other brow is already done. I know they are not perfectly 100% identical, but one thing you need to remember is that your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So they will look similar, but they will never look exactly the same. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new and were able to take something away from this video. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial as to how I groom my brows, how they look grown out to how they look now, please let me know. Leave it in the comments and I will definitely get to that if you're interested. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.